another Spark of Genius Fab TCG video. And today we got something special for you. Rob has his BGS submission back. I mean, obviously, you FedEx one day that thing in, FedEx one day thing back, and cost you like $300 a card. Anyways, so we got that for you today. I have not seen any of the grades, any of the subgrades. Rob took a little peek, but we're gonna go into that right now. All right, and we got some spicy cards coming in here for Rob, so he's gonna crack it open, go buy them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
let's see what we got.
here I've got 4 slabs that came back to me just today from BGS. So I'm very excited to open these up and see what's inside. Yeah, this will be a first time, I guess, grade view for Eric. I unfortunately did see the grades online.
Spoiled it.
It'll be, yeah, I really didn't want to, but when you look at the status of your submission on BGS, it actually shows you a summary of the grades, not the subgrades.
It's like a test submission where you're like, oh, you're waiting on exam results. You can't help it. Just
That's right.
party.
It's just there in front of you. So I really didn't want to see it before this video. I did, but the subgrades are still a mystery to me. So I'm very excited to see. Maybe we get some quads. Who knows? But
Get quads.
let me open this up as we talk.
Yeah. So as Rob's kind of looking up, opening this up, really what we're looking for is like 9.5 quads. 9.5 Bs are okay. We'll explain. We're gonna have a video coming out that explains like what these people are talking with all these grades, how to send it, how much it costs, is it worth it. We'll go through all of that in another video. This is more of a hype video. See, because Rob's got quite the collection. Because if anyone didn't know, he's got the Infinite Shard Lord title for a reason, as he is the only person, I think, in just the BGS collection, and actually has a BGS 10 gem Fable that you can see proudly posted on Saints videos in the back there. That's this guy right here. So
Yeah.
he's got some high standards. So let's see if we can crack. That's good.
Unfortunately, not my shard anymore, but I still look at it fondly in Saints videos. All right. So I'm going to pull out the packaging here. I'm going to hide the grade and bring it in for you all to see.
What a tease.
So the first card we have here is a Shiana cold foil from Crucible of War. Let me get it a bit closer up here. And
I remember when I cracked one of those. Oh my god.
I've had this for a while and didn't grade it. I just figured it was time.
Did you crack that one, or did you get it? Did you buy it? You bought that one, right?
I did buy this one.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and 9.
That's the 9.
So let's look at the subgrades here real quick. So we've got 9.5 centering, 9.5 edges, 9.5 surface, and an 8.5 on corners. So
not bad.
Unfortunately, I know that a lot of people in the community have been, I guess, complaining about BGS's scores lately and how BGS has been a little more strict on the corners themselves. So let's see if I can bring this a bit higher for you guys to see. So top right has a little bit of a feather. Top left, maybe something small. And
very minute.
Yeah, we can actually see bottom right. Oh, gosh.
Oh yeah.
You can see something here.
That's a big boy.
Yeah,
that is yep.
3 corners with whitening. I say 8.5 is justified.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. Number 2.
It only gets better from here, question mark.
Dun, dun, dun. Here we have
Beautiful
the
card.
cold foil Eye of Ophidia.
Oh man.
Yeah, I bought this recently. Figured I had to grade it because it was just too nice of a card to keep, without a case, without a slab. And a 9.
Up to 9.
Okay.
I mean,
so this one, when I bought it, I looked at the centering, and of course the centering, you can see this on camera most likely, but it is very heavily shifted to the top. The bottom of the card is very thick, top is very thin. Now, I ended up getting an 8.5 centering here. So 8.5 centering, 9 corners, 9 edges, and a 9.5 on surface. Centering 8.5 I feel is generous, but I think what happened here is because the card's centering isn't shifted on the left and right axis that much, like it seems like the left and right borders are perfect. It's just the top, bottom. So I think that's probably what made them justify an 8.5 instead of what I thought was going to be like an 8, maybe even 7.5, because it's just like so bad.
It's pretty thick on the bottom there. I would have actually called it an 8, but
I think it's because it's not off center on the left-right
Oh,
axis.
it's not on the back, so it's just in the front. Okay, yeah, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah, usually to get lower than 8.5 is usually kind of screwed on the front and back, and it's got like
yeah,
thickness on like top, bottom, and maybe left, right. In
yeah,
this
and
case, it just looks like top, bottom.
yeah, and I know for a fact that the back centering isn't as important to BGS. I think
Mhm.
integrating in general because um, it's not
Oh
it's
man,
not damage. It's just like the card's off center, but it's a lot worse in the front because you're looking at the card in the front, right?
yeah, give me a nice flick upwards. Give me a nice little tilt upwards in the light there.
Oh,
Go and
let's see if we
give me
can.
a yeah. Oh my god. Oh, like that one right there. That's the money shot right there.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
beautiful
All right,
card, beautiful card.
all right.
That is number
I've been
two.
impressed. All right, number two, two to go.
Okay, let's lower these so we can see the grades. Number three, we have a cold foil shard.
The
Now,
second time. I'm just
this
kidding.
is not going to live up to the first one. When I sent this, I knew it wasn't gonna get a 10, of course. Not even like a 9.5.
Yep.
What we ended up getting was a 9 as well.
Got a 9 on the shard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this one had the same treatment that Shiana had. It has 9.5 centering, 9.5 edges, 9.5 surface, and an 8.5 on corners.
Okay, so it got dinged on corners.
So again, if corners had reached a 9, we would
Yep.
have seen a 9.5 out of this
Oh
one.
man.
Let's look at the corners a bit closer here. So what we've got. So that top right
Oh yeah.
corner, that one, yeah,
That's a big.
that's
Yeah.
a V.
That's a
It's
big
like, it's
one.
like going inward a bit. It looks like it was chewed a bit. But
Oh yeah.
the other corners are actually really nice.
That's interesting. That I feel like the Shiana was at
Worse, eh?
least half a grade off. Like if the Shiana is an
This is-
8.5, I would have called that a 9. Honestly, on
Yeah,
corners.
I mean, let's take a look at Shiana again here. So the top right corner of Shiana looks better than the shard one for sure.
True, but the bottom right
But here we
looks
have two.
gnarly, and the bottom left. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one's obvious. I feel like if that's an 8.5, the shard should be a 9 by comparison.
I would say that the shard's one corner is worse than the two corners of Shiana. I don't know if you can see here, but it looks like there's
Yeah.
more of a chunk off of the
Okay.
shard's corner. So they might be correct on this. I'm not going to complain. This is okay. And the other subgrades, 3 9.5s each. I think that's really cool. Maybe
Yeah.
one day I can resub these to hopefully get a 9.5. But for today, this looks really good. And
Last but not least.
last but not least, we
Oh,
have a
man.
cold
No.
foil Ira promo. Now I've had this one in my collection for a very long time. Almost like after the first 2 months that I started collecting, I got this one. Even before the card game came out in Canada, I bought this from, I believe it was the States. All right.
Before we had nice things, we had to buy the nice things from
to
from
buy
the
them
others
overseas from New Zealand or Australia.
overseas, over the border.
Or-
All right, what do we got here?
We've got a 9.5. Let's see what we get for the subgrades.
That's
here.
for last.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So we have a 9.5 corners, 9.5 edges, and surface, and a 9 for corners. So
9 for corners. It's always the
9 for
corners. Huh.
Yeah, BGS is really strict on these, but I'm really happy we got one 9.5. So looking
Yeah.
at the corners, we have a feather top right.
Yep.
Top left, a little bit of something too, eh?
Little bit. I don't. It's not as obvious as the top right though.
Yeah, no, I agree. And two bottom corners look pretty perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm
That makes
happy with this. I kind of agree with this grade. Like when you have two corners with whitening, a 9.5 is out of reach, and one
Yeah.
of the corners is just so faint that a nine makes sense to me. I just wish that I got
Yeah.
a 9 on one of the other cards. Maybe the shard or the Shiana.
So we got 195, a couple
Yeah.
9s. Not a bad haul. I mean, it's a matter of preserving these cards as much as you can, right? Because if the longer
Yeah.
you leave it unslabbed, the more chance there is of
Yeah.
external damage from pressure or.
And as far as
Okay.
expectations went, I'm very happy with the submission. I expected that one of these three should have reached a 9.5 at least. I was kind of hoping for two, but the shard looked a bit rough in my opinion. One of the corners is just like kind of really bad, so I had a feeling that I wasn't going to get it. I was really hoping for the Ira, and I got it. The I was thinking that I would get an 8.5 or an 8 due to the center.
Yeah.
But either they were just generous with the grading, or I was right in assuming that because the centering wasn't off on two axes and just one, they were
Yep.
able to let it go with an 8.5. But
Well, I mean, you got the beautiful Ira poster back there, so it was obviously it was it was very obviously a premonition here
just
for your Ira
there you
9.5.
go. I should tape this to the poster.
So hope
Yeah.
you guys like this. We'll try to have a couple more. I'm just try to poke Rob to send everything he's got,
I've got
and
more to
for
send. If you want to
more to
pay,
send.
if you pay half of it, sure. Because for those who don't know, BGS has closed every lower level submission
Yeah.
type they have. So the only way to submit cards for grading now is to pay 250 USD per submission. For these cards, it was definitely worth it. And I have a lot
Mm.
of cards that are still worth sending, like a lot of alpha stuff and first edition from
Yep.
Arcane Rising. So those I think will be in the works soon.
Yep.
Sending to BGS though at this time is a bit iffy because of the stories that we're hearing on
Yep.
Facebook, and especially with Saint with his recent video. I
Yep.
saw an opening just yesterday, or a reveal just yesterday, where it seemed like a lot of the grades were very unfair for the cards.
Yep.
So it's a bit scary. It's a bit scary to pay that much and not get a good grade back, but it is
No,
what
for
it
sure.
is, and maybe I'll send some more soon. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If not, don't worry because we've got plenty of other videos you can check out here at the Spark of Genius Flesh and Blood channel. See you,
Awesome.
everybody.
Bye bye.